Hi there, welcome to another episode of the Matchpoint Foundation. My name is Victor Pata and I will be taking you through. I've been privileged to be part of the Matchpoint Foundation initiative since 2015 when it started. Let's hear it from the man who's behind all this, John Lafting de Jager.
Well, the idea of the foundation, I've had it for a long time. I've always wanted to help kids. I was very fortunate when I was playing that I had the opportunities to travel. We were in a South African team with a lot of players that was able to travel overseas, got a lot of exposure. So the idea of the foundation was to get the former players involved and giving back to the parents, to the players, and then the local coaches. We have great coaches in South Africa. Unfortunately, not everybody gets the opportunity to travel. And I wanted to use the foundation and the camps that we have for former players to come and share that knowledge with the private coaches. So kids that apply to come to the foundation, we encourage them to bring their coaches and their parents. Our main aim at the foundation is to develop extraordinary people. If you're a champion person, you have all the ingredients to be successful in life. Tennis is just that vehicle. We know a lot of these kids will not make it as a professional tennis player, but they will be successful in life if they follow the rules, if they're nice, if they're respectful. Those are the things that we teach at the foundation. It's very important for us, and we want to teach champion people. And we've just started our inner city program. We have a pilot program that ran in Yeovil, and this year we're kicking off at Ellis Park. The main aim for us is we want to give back to the inner city kids. It's going to be at Ellis Park. The kids are going to come in the afternoon. We're going to feed them. The Reed Foundation will be involved. They will help the kids with their homework, and then in the afternoon they will fall into a tennis program. We want to teach these kids everything about tennis.
So what we're starting with is in Yeovil here. Coach Mike has been running a program for many years here. So we've come to Coach Mike and assisting him just with some continuity and giving him some opportunities for the kids on an ongoing basis. At the same time, we're learning from Coach Mike about the community and the greater environment. What we see in the future is that Ellis Park becomes a hub where most of the activity takes place, and clubs like a Yeovil, we see that in the future will be 4 or 6 of these clubs, because what is critically important is that the community can find opportunities to compete locally.
The inner city program is such a helpful tool, specifically for the kids around the city here, in the inner city. In the inner city here, we're having such a very big problem with the kids. The kids always have nothing to do. They always don't have aims and objectives about life and the future, specifically about sport. So what we did is we approached Inner City program to assist us with funding and other materials so that we can run the program fully and in a professional manner, so that the kids can also be assisted in every way they can, particularly with schooling and anything that has to do with sports on a professional level.
Our involvement with the Inner City program came about through our group CEO, who's a founder in the business, who has a profound interest in tennis. So the investment trust, which is a shareholder in Wiphold, has donated R1 million to this program to help revive the inner city, to get the community involvement, and it basically is promoting everything that Wiphold stands for.
I'm 12 years old and I started playing tennis when I was 7. It has helped me pretty good because I play tournaments for TSA, and I'm like under 14 now, and I'm currently ranked 34 in South Africa. So coaches helped me a lot, and the children here are like my friends, my family.
Ever since I've joined the Matchpoint, I think I've grown, as in I don't think I'm that far away from the people that are the best in the world. I used to think like, oh, I'm way behind him, but I'm not as far as I thought I was. So that helped a lot. The Matchpoint helped me, and they sponsored me to go to America for the 7 weeks, which was amazing. I met Nick Bollettieri, I got an individual with him and everything. And then I played for South Africa in the African Junior Championships, and I ended 3rd, which got me a trip to Europe for 6 weeks, which was it was with all the best players in the world, and that was really, really amazing. Those trophies are from the AJCs and like TSA tournaments in PE, and yeah, those are trophies from ending 2nd and doing well there. I was at the first camp there was, and yeah, it was very like it was so overwhelming, the first camp, and yeah, it's just gone up from there. There's so many old like pros that give their information and their like mind into the match point and give their effort in, and it's just like it's like a family, and it's really cool. One of our mind coaches, Yanni Putter, that's the mind coach, the mental coach I go to. He's very cool. He changed me mentally. I'm much stronger mentally on court and off court. And then there's also the dietitian, which she just tells you exactly what you must eat and how the healthy foods, and it's interesting to see actually some foods that are healthy and some that are unhealthy that you never knew about. So Denton, one of the Matchpoint coaches, he's also my personal coach, and he also happened to come with me to Europe on the Europe tour, and that helped me a lot too, because he helped me through the tough times in Europe, because in the beginning I wasn't doing too well, but it started to improve later when we started discussing stuff.
We have a long history now. Connor started with me about when he was, I would say it was 9 or 10 years old. We started working together, so it's been a good journey now for 5 years. He's always been a talented kid, always full of energy. Always thought that the kid could be very good, and he really started blossoming last year, making the AJC team, getting into Europe with the African team, and getting a lot of exposure. So we've had a good trip so far together. Seen him go from just the under 10 kid to #1 in South Africa.
It's quite interesting because I heard what Connor had to say, and it's actually true, because I think if you're a tennis parent, you get into this treadmill of they have to play everything because they have to worry about their rankings and they have to improve, and you're like a rat, almost like on a treadmill. But what Matchpoint has done is allowed us to see that it's actually about the planning and it's about the bigger picture. So you can just have a bit of a chill pill, and it actually makes it less stressful for you as a parent as well, because you understand that there is a bigger picture, which is quite nice, I must say.
Preparation and practice is one of the things we have to focus on as athletes. To master the skills of tennis, we need to have repetition after sessions of hitting balls. Every ball that we hit gets us closer to our dreams. Let's take a look at how we master our skills.
The great thing about this year's camp is there's a lot of players that's been part of the foundation that's coming back. They're older, they're better, they've learned a lot of things. You know, the coaches that's been part of it, we have some private coaches that's been to every camp, and we can see how these coaches has grown. We engage the coaches big time during the camp. Even when the former players are here and they're running sessions, the private coaches are involved. They have to be on court. It's important for us also to learn what do they see, what do they know, how, we learn from them. I'm so excited every year for a camp because I know there's going to be different coaches, and I'll be able to pick up 1 or 2 things from them that I can go and apply into my coaching. And that's exactly what we're hoping, that they can go home with a few new ideas that they can go and share with their academy. One thing that we do with the foundation, it's very important for us, that's the part about developing an extraordinary people, is these kids have to do confessions. Sunday afternoon, each kid, every coach have to stand in front of the group and have to tell us who they are, what do they believe in, what's their dreams for life. How do they handle what type of friend they want to be? How do they handle challenges? What's their relationship with their parents? What's their relationship with their siblings? So it's important for us that these kids on a daily basis see themselves in a perfect world where they want to be. The words you speak is the seed of your future, and the more they do it, they start believing. I embrace every challenge in my life because in them I have my victories. My victories are a testimony of a world full of people hungry for true life. I inspire them.
I believe in God. I praise Him every day, whether on the sport field, in class, or at home.
My goal that I work for is to become a professional tennis player and to build myself when that happens.
My favourite sport is tennis. I love it. I have passion in it.
Ek is gedissiplineerd. Ek oefen hard, doen dinge dadelik en deeglik en ek is trots op die besluit wat ek neem.
I love sport and compete in rugby, cricket and athletics. But tennis is the sport I love and what I do best. My dream is to become the best in the world.
This is how I want to inspire people, through my attitude towards myself and others.
I'm an authentic person. Who you see is who I am. I have no pretensions. I'm honest and sincere. And my word is my honor.
I was born on the 29th of March 2002, and it's very special to me because it was Good Friday, which means Jesus lives in me.
From an early age, I had a dream of becoming a tennis player. Since then, I've learned that the challenges and adversity are the food of a champion. I'm a hard-working, honest person with a never-say-die attitude.
My motto is, when the going gets tough, the tough gets tough.
I'll work harder than anyone else because I want to be like nobody else. I know I'm up to it.
I'm a hard worker, I'm honest, and I take nothing for granted.
I'm blessed with wonderful talents which I use to bring glory to God. I know that my life is not just about me, but about the God I serve.
One of my best highlights of my young junior career is winning Masters as well as Nationals twice.
Ek is altyd positief en sien die goed in alles raak. Ek is gedissiplineerd en dit wat ek doen, doen ek uitstekend.
One day I hope to have achieved all my goals, give back to those who helped me along this amazing path I have chosen. Remember, a dream is just a plan for the future.
My brother inspired me to play tennis. Tennis has given me the opportunity to travel.
I'm still working very hard on my mental side because I sometimes tend to let my emotions get to me.
I'm disciplined in everything I do and I do things excellent. I know that I can only reap what I sow. Therefore I do unto others as I would like to be done unto me.
I believe I'm disciplined, hardworking and organized. I'm healthy, active and in good shape.
I'm interested in many things such as sport, music, and two of my favorite subjects are mathematics and social science.
I believe that Jesus has given me the amazing gift and talent to play tennis well.
I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and I hope that it shows in everything that I do in life because it is Him that gives you the victory.
I'm a follower of God and try to be like Him in everything I do, whether at school, on courts or at home.
I like to play tennis. Me and my dad always play tennis together.
I play all sports consisting of rugby, cricket, hockey, soccer and obviously tennis, which I love most.
Ek wil hê my opponente moet dink ek is 'n rateltaai, 'n bittereinder, gedetermineerd, speel elke hou asof my lewe daarvan afhang en nederig.
Hallo, ek is Madri Leroux. Ek is 'n tennisafrigter in Stellenbosch en Parel.
My name is Craig Webster.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Grandin. I was born in East London but have grown up in Durban.
My name is Maurice Johnson. I am a child of the Most High God.
I'm Erik de Jager, supporter of God and playing tennis is my passion.
My name is Johannes Roep. My name means by the grace of God.
Hi guys, I'm Morne van Sail. I'm from Hartenbos in the Western Cape.
Braden Mills, I'm 21 years old and I've grown up here in Centurion, Pretoria my entire life.
My name is John Lafney Diaga. I'm a born champion, an overcomer, and I live this day to the glory of my God and my King.
As tennis players, exposure is one of the most important things we can wish for. That's why we're very grateful for the Matchpoint Foundation for giving us the opportunity to meet great people like Byron Black, Raven Klaassen and Christopher van Rensburg. They show us what it takes to play on the professional tour and they just give us a glimpse of what we need to do to become the best tennis players we can be.
It was interesting, you know, I've been out of tennis since 2002, 2003, and it's so nice to come up here into the big smoke, the big city, and see what John Luffney's doing. Talent is amazing, and it's great to see how positive what he's doing with these players. You know, he's trying to take them to the next level, and the competition, I see they got gym, so it's great to see, so positive.
All of this would not be possible without sponsors. They are the people that make dreams come true. Let's speak to one of the gracious sponsors that's sponsoring this camp.
You know, it goes back a long while, because when I was a very young man, watching cricket at Kingsmead many years ago, and guys like Barry Richards, Lee Irvin and Mark Proctor left Natal to play elsewhere, I said to my friends, why don't Natal business people support Natal sportsmen? And when I got to the position where I actually do something about it, I started sponsoring young sportsmen, and I've sponsored a whole lot of them over a period of time. And when this opportunity came up to assist here, for me it was just a given. You've got to do it, you've got to help people. Tennis particularly is a problem. It's not getting the support it deserves, the amount of people that watch tennis and talk about tennis. And unfortunately, South Africa's not there. And I'm really a proud South African. If you can help someone develop in a sport of their choice, I think one must get involved with it.
I mean, I think every year we're getting better. We're learning from our mistakes, things that we can do better. And I'm very happy with this year. I think the standard was very high. The coaches that were here was unbelievable. We had great former players. Byron Black visited us this year. I mean, former world #1 in doubles, top 20 in singles. Annette de Plooy was former top 5 player. Renee Plant was the new elected Fed Cup captain, who was top 30 in the world. She was here, so the quality was great, but I think the standard and the level of the players and their commitment was so much better this year, and we're excited because, I mean, it shows that what we're trying to do here, we're achieving it. The coaches that's coming back, we can see their enthusiasm, we can see their discipline. So very excited about it. I mean, it's a blessing for us to be able to help these kids. I've got a great group of coaches that help me, and the foundation, you know, that's what we want to do. You know, we have giving hearts, and we want to share, and we want to help, and hopefully one day, you know, maybe these kids are not a great tennis player, maybe they're successful doctors, and if they can say they've learned things from the foundation, we'll be very happy.
We honor you. We honor your spirit. We honor the godly wisdom that God has instilled in you, the passion you've got for training, for teaching, for intensity. But our kids honor you. We love you, we respect you, and we honor you and your team. The Matchpoint Foundation, our kids are so privileged, so honored, so privileged to be a part of this. And I speak on our behalf. We're going to make a great decision, we're going to make a great effort. We stand for what you stand for. We honor you.
Thank you for joining us in this episode of the Matchpoint Foundation. See you next time.